Now we go to Venezuela, and I want to give a special thanks to Jose and Tony and Concepcion for pushing me into doing this meeting. So if you like it, you can give them congratulations. If you don't like it, you can complain to me. Jose, go ahead.
Okay, I am going to talk about Venezuela first, and then about River, Latin America. I always remember Jerry when he talked about telenation. So Venezuela has become a telenation. We have 15% of the population who have left the country, 5.5 million people. Actually, 4 of the members of the Venezuela Node are connecting from different countries. Carelis is in Chile, Eleodoro is in Peru, I am in Spain, and some other friends in the USA. Anyway, we are creating the concept of telenode, telenation. We have been working different Millennium Project, usually talking about the 2050 scenarios, now working on the COVID Delphi surveys. We have been promoted the fantastic letter written by Hector Casanueva from Chile about foresight organizations in Latin America, and Julio Millan's letter in Mexico about human duties, not just human rights, but also human duties. And we try to collaborate with other groups, as always, the World Futures Studies Federation and others, and celebrate 2 dates every year: Future Day, March 1st, and Longevity Day, October 1st. We have been collaborating also with nodes and writing articles. I keep on writing articles about the Millennium Project, River. And just now, with David Good, my fantastic co-author also from the Millennium Project in London, we wrote a best-selling book called The Death of Death that first came in Spanish, then in Portuguese, and this year will be coming out in French and in Russian, and next year in Chinese, Japanese, Italian, and many other countries. So talking about other countries, let's move on to River. For River, which is the Red Iberoamericana, the Ibero-American Network, we published the first book about 10 years ago, Latin America 2030. And so we are actually updating that study from 10 years ago. And so you can see some of our activities. First of all, after 5 continuous years of meetings, since we began every year, then in 2019, we couldn't have a meeting because we tried first Ecuador and there was social and political unrest and we had to cancel. Then we tried Chile and then there was social unrest in Chile, and then Ecuador again, and then COVID began and diseases. So we hope to have a meeting eventually, probably not anymore in Ecuador or Chile, but we will have one. We are working on 2 books, the one I mentioned about Latin America, but now not 2030, but 2045, and then the one that Concepcion will talk about. And as I mentioned, we try to work with other groups and other teams. And so now let's pass on to the website that Tony will talk about later when he talks about El Salvador. And Concepcion, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to see all of you. And this is the new book that we're working on. We have a 50% of advance, and we are planning to have it early next year. You can see here who are writing all the challenges or who have already participated. We're 11 countries, and I want to send you a big kiss to all of you. Oh, okay. I forgot something. This is a replicable model. That's the way we started with Mexico, and then we just went into Latin America. And I think you people from around the world can do the same as well. Thank you very much.
Yeah, actually, Australia, I think, was one of the first countries that got funding to create their own, take the 15 challenges, but for Australia. I think they were the first one. And China did one too, as a matter of fact, come to think of it, a long time ago.
And I think that in Latin America, Costa Rica was the one who finished with it. And I think it is very, very useful because besides having the scenarios, we are finishing these books with what we call is that like guiding projects ideas. So for policymakers, it will be very, very useful.
Excellent.